This is Your Town. I'm the culinary host, Chef Wendy Brodie with Art of Food. And my guest today is going to talk about all about Meals on Wheels, such an important part of our community. It's just incredible, and it's one of my charitable passions. But this is a CPA who has become the president of the board of Meals on Wheels, and he's going to tell us all about it. Travis Long, CPA. Welcome, and thank you for sharing what you're about to, because this is vital services for many of us, and all of us, hopefully, in the future.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Wendy. Appreciate the opportunity to be here.
And if you can give us the journalistic how, when, where, why, all of the above.
Sure, yeah. How I got involved with Meals on Wheels a little bit. Yeah, I think it was around 2009 or so. I was invited to come to a meeting for the board of directors. I had been working with a CPA firm at the time, and we just finished remodeling our house, and we didn't have children yet, and we were thinking, I was thinking, it'd be fun to get involved with some more community activities. And so this opportunity kind of came up, and so I joined the board. And at the time, I had been doing like financial statement audits of nonprofits and government entities and small companies. And I just thought, the board was really together when I came in and met and everything there. And I looked at their financials and saw that they were in really good order and everything. And so it impressed me right away, just from the things that I saw, just about how well run the organization was. And they were looking for someone else to join. And so I came for a visit, and they invited me to join the board, and been there ever since.
Super. So how was how many years?
Well, yes, I guess 2010 January was when I joined officially.
That's very impressive.
8.5 years.
Especially when it's not even your, it's your business indirectly, but I mean, thank you for that.
Right.
Really, that's dedication.
We're an all-volunteer board,
and
a really good group of people. But yeah, my professional life, I have a tax and accounting practice in Pacific Grove. So yeah.
So please describe Meals on Wheels for us.
Well, it certainly serves a real need in our community. Meals on Wheels, just the two words there. We do a lot of both of those. The organization started in 1972, and in that time frame, cumulatively, we have logged over 3.5 million miles and delivered, somewhere around 8 million meals, and predominantly to lower income individuals, age 60 and up generally, although there are exceptions to that as needed. And it's been, the people who we serve these days, it seems to be a lot of women. Maybe their spouse has predeceased them.
Don't we live longer?
We are living,
insurance.
Living longer, and women tend to outlive us men. So it seems to be, and a lot of these people at this point are people who founded our community and built the communities around us of what we know today, and now here they are. Maybe they don't have family close by, or maybe they've sometimes outlived their family. And they're here. They may be living in a home. Maybe they even own their home. And there's a lot of that. People kind of think, why in such an affluent community, do we need Meals on Wheels? But the case really is that we do have a lot of need. And those types of individuals, they've lived a long time. Maybe their Social Security checks just aren't quite enough anymore like they used to be. The purchasing power has gone down, and maybe their house is kind of falling apart around them sometimes. And even so, meals becomes a choice sometimes between, eating right and then, fixing the house or the leaky house or whatever it may be. So, there's definitely need. We actually, if we look at our clientele that we serve, about 86% are considered low income, which is about $39,000. a year, and 26% are below the federal poverty level of only $12,060 a year. So imagine living in this area, you know, on that kind of money. And then a lot of times those people that are after they get up to about $12,000, they can't qualify for government, you know, benefits and things anymore. And so there's this gap. You know, you have these people that are still really low income, you know, and they just don't have enough to make ends meet. And so Meals on Wheels is able to step in and provide, you know, at a very basic need, a good, nutritious meals for everyone.
Well, I remember at the center, and you'll have to talk a little bit about that. They had a chef program where they had different chefs come in, and the team helped support and cook all the ideas of what the chef wanted to do, and it brought people into the center.
Okay.
And that was a fun period. But they had all kinds of activities in the center, and it was so interesting for me to see the center and what a lovely place it is, and the location is great.
And that's a really good point. It's, you know, it's not just Meals on Wheels, it's Meals on Wheels and the Sally Griffin Active Living Center.
Yes.
And Sally Griffin was the individual who started Meals on Wheels of the Monterey Peninsula. But it's so besides just delivering to homebound seniors, we also have congregate dining there at the Sally Griffin Center, which is located kind of close to Lovers Point area on Jewel Avenue, 700 Jewel Avenue. And besides serving congregate meals to diners who are mobile and can come to our center, we have all kinds of activities there to keep people active and healthy, so they're not, you know, just focusing on the food, but their mind and their spirit as well. So people can come in, and we have, you know, there's puzzles, there's computer classes, there are exercise classes. We have Wii bowling, which is very popular.
I first saw my Wii experience, and wasn't there tennis too? Besides
we have ping pong as well.
Oh my gosh!
There are, you know, on you know, certain times we'll have people come in, musicians play like during the meals.
Lovely.
We have a farmers market that's a low income you know, base thing where people don't have to buy large quantities. They can just buy, you know, if they just want 1 carrot, they can get that, and it's wholesale prices.
Great.
And the Episcopal Senior Communities partners with Meals on Wheels for that, and so we have those as well. There's a lot of activities. We'll bring in people to maybe talk about topics, you know, Social Security or, you know, taxes or other things that are relevant.
I'm sure you've done a class or two. That would be great. Lectures, and I'd even come and do a cooking demo if you ever want. That might be fun for a lot of us chefs that perform.
Sure.
Which segue, the way I help participate is with their biggest fundraiser that is sold out before they put a date on the calendar and it's sold out, waiting lists, I'm sure. But it's the Classic d'Elegance.
Yep.
And I'll let you talk about it, and I'll infuse my memories of it as well, because I've done it every year. How many years? Is it 20?
I think this will be 22. 22 years.
I have a plate for every one of those.
Yes, that's wonderful. Yes, the Culinary Classic event that we have. It's held at Spanish Bay every year. It was kind of originally conceived by Bert Coutinho of the Sardine Factory, and he's been with us, you know, every year with this event, and it's just it is absolutely amazing. It is something just to see, to be there is just incredible. What happens is we bring in it's about 25 chefs, and we have 25 table designers. So every table gets its own chef and its own designer, and they just make these elaborate displays and just, things will be hanging from the ceiling. I mean, this last year we had a fish bowl with fish swimming around it, suspended from the ceiling, and it'd be over your head. You might have
and even a fashion designer runway.
We had a runway, and on one of the tables, and the guests at the table were invited to stand up at some point during the event and walk up and down the fashion show and try on different things. And then the chefs put on this amazing, 6-course dinner. Bert chooses usually, some main ingredients for the different courses, and then each chef is kind of left to come up with their own unique creations based on that. And then, of course, there's like wine pairings and things with every course. And I think it should be covered not only by this channel, but the Food Network should come out. I
totally agree.
Yeah.
And as I was telling you, once upon a time when I did a PBS show, we were able to film that, and I will say that I was Bert's co-chair way back in the beginning, and I said, all the chefs are cooking different food for each table. Don't you think it would be really neat if each table were different? Because we just had the hotel tablecloths and the votives or whatever. And he said, great idea, Wendy. Go find table designers. So he gives me credit, and I will take a little credit.
And I learned something today. That's fantastic. Yeah.
So that's why I'm so passionate about it. Is the idea just grew, and getting the designers the first year was very hard, so I was better off just in the kitchen doing the courses. But Bert does pick out all the different food, as you said, and he gives the chefs a lot of creativity, like a salad course of the chef's choice and a dessert of the chef's choice. But anyway, we just all have the best time in the back. They really should film the behind the scenes so the guests get to see.
Exactly, that'd be very interesting. 25 edited, chefs all in the same kitchen, basically.
Edited. It really, or they should have kind of a table walkthrough where, they can come and take a peek at how it's presented each time. But anyway, it's an incredible event.
It is. And you're right. If you want to go, you've got to call Meals on Wheels now, because it will be sold out by the time the invitations go out in the mail.
Yeah, that's good to get on a waiting list. And people don't really get to pick their chefs and or what table they're at, unless maybe they're a corporate sponsor for me. I don't know how that works, but really for the person, it's such a fun surprise, and you can't miss at what table you're at.
Right.
It's just a winning experience for anyone.
Well laid out. And we do, that's right. We have corporate sponsorships for the event, and always looking for those. And then individuals sometimes will sponsor
was
tables.
It Google that has a table, or
I don't believe so. I know we've had a Facebook has sent their chef down for several years.
Yes, wrong one.
That's all right.
But that's fun. That's fun. And then what you do, Women Who Care, which is a lovely experience, and for all the people that work at this, they have honored just the greatest people that work the event. So
yes, Women Who Care is another wonderful event. It's usually held in May, early May. We just had it recently, and it's held at Ferrante's atop the Marriott, which
couldn't be a better view anywhere on the peninsula.
I know, and since it's not open as a restaurant anymore, it's a really neat opportunity to be able to get up there and go and soak in those amazing views. And it's held, in an afternoon, like a luncheon, so you really do take advantage of seeing the bay and everything. We honor someone in our community every year who has done, a woman who has done, great things and been such a giver and helper, and so it's a neat event, so, for that.
I've been to a few of those, and it's just lovely and a really special way to honor the Meals on Wheels. And I was so impressed. And volunteers can do ride-alongs. How does that? I did it once, and it was so eye-opening and touching, because I really didn't realize that it was low income, because we went to a lot of lovely homes and things, and people just counted on, just the warmth, not just having the meal, but they know the drivers, they know the delivery people, and it's the highlight of their day.
It is. Sometimes it's their only contact of the day, and they look forward to that. We deliver every day, Monday through Friday every day. We deliver a warm lunch, and then something they can reheat for dinner, and then a little bit for the next day they can save for breakfast. And being a volunteer too, the people who do that work, our volunteer drivers, we have about 100 drivers, and we're always looking for more. And but it's that opportunity is a great experience. Often people will drive maybe just one day a week and help out, or sometimes it's nice just having people that can be on a call list in case someone cancels, they can't do it, and they need someone to fill in, and maybe you're able to take on something like that, so it wasn't a regular commitment.
Any other types of volunteer positions?
Sure, yes, in our kitchen as well, we're creating a lot of food, and so there are opportunities there to help out in the kitchen, and in our administrative, being at the answering phones as well. We rely heavily on volunteers to keep the operations going. There's certainly a lot of good opportunities for people who want to get involved, and we encourage you to call us, or drop by anytime. We'd be happy to give you a tour, happy to have you ride along, as well.
Now, do you have any phone numbers or names that you want to suggest?
375-4454.
375-4450. We should chant
I'm
that.
pretty sure that's it. If not, just Google us, look us up. Vivica Lohr is our executive director.
She's fabulous.
30 years at the helm as executive director. In fact, we've only had 2 executive directors since 1972, Sally Griffin and Vivica. And,
perfect.
Appreciated all of her efforts as well, and our other staff.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for being so committed, and a pleasure to have you and meet you, and continued success and in your own business as well.
Well, thank you.
Travis Long, CPA.
Thank you, Wendy. Thanks so much.